and I think those certifications really helped me stand out in the crowd. Very easy for the tech people to get a critical skill visa here, but for the marketers, it's very difficult because
Do you think university versus college does really matters? Hello everybody, welcome back to Living a Little. Today we have Shreya. Thank you Shreya for scheduling this call with us and helping our viewers with your experience on masters here in Ireland. Shreya, would you like to introduce yourself for my viewers? Just give a little background about yourself.
Hi guys, this is Shreya, and I am born and brought up in Punjab. And I have come to Ireland for my master's. Basically, I've done my graduation in Bachelor of Commerce with specialization in economics. And because of that course, I thought that marketing is my field. And that's how I decided to pursue digital marketing abroad. So that's a little background about me. And if you talk about my hobbies, it's like social media, content creation, and dancing.
And do you have any past experience in India or did you came directly for your bachelor's?
So I do have experience for like 11 months, but it's not related to the marketing field. I worked in ICICI Bank, but it's related to the finance field. So if you talk about marketing, I think Ireland is the place where I started my career.
Great. And guys, talking about her hobbies, she create a lot of videos about travel as well as food here in Ireland. So make sure you check out her Instagram. I'm going to drop a link in my description and you might see here also her Instagram link. So go show some love and you might be able to see more places about Ireland and some food recommendations from her. So give it a check.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Shreya. Thanks for introductions. Could you just brief us about what course did you choose and when did you start your master's journey here?
So I chose my master's course in digital marketing, and I basically chose that because I had a lot of interest into the digital field, like the website and content creation. So that's why I chose digital marketing, and I came to Ireland in September 2022 and attended my course online when it was all COVID.
Great. So, how did you cope up with your course online? Did you think that you would have a better experience if the course would be offline, or did you had any major setbacks when your course was online?
I think I came abroad just to get the international exposure, which I definitely missed. And within like 4 5 years, I might do a master's again just for that exposure. But I think UCD didn't miss on anything, if even if it was online. Like we used to have lectures, and the professors used to make sure that all of us are talking, all of us are bringing new doubts. So I think in that way, it was like a good decision, but the only thing I lacked was that UCD was not able to give us the practical experience which we would have got on like offline. For example, there was a module of like website. So you can't like go online and just theoretically tell a person to make a website. So I think in some modules there were some like cons, but otherwise it was a good course overall.
Before choosing this course in UCD, did you try any other universities or college specifically, or was this your first choice?
So I had a plan of going to Canada, but coming from Punjab, I didn't want to go into another mini Punjab. So that's why I rejected Canada. And I was confused between London and Ireland. But when I studied, the employment opportunities were good in Ireland, as well as digital marketing is known from UCD and TCD. So that was the major reason that I chose to study in Ireland.
Moving on, let's talk about your course in specific. Were there any scholarship offered from your college or institute, or were there any scholarship you availed during your course study?
I did apply for the scholarship, but I didn't get it. But because it is only given to one person in the university, but my total course fees was 20,000 euros. It was just the fees, and apart from that, if you're coming to Ireland, you have to have another balance of like the living expenses here.
All right. And that scholarship was institution-based scholarship or that government funded you're talking about?
One was institutional based, and the second was the government based. So I did apply for the institution, but not the government one.
Moving on with your course module, would you be able to give us a brief about what all semesters you had and what all modules? So if somebody is choosing this course, what would they be experiencing and studying?
So I would divide the modules into like 3 semesters. So for the first semester, we had 3 subjects. The first was the corporate marketing strategy. It was basically how the marketing works. And it, like the first semester, I believe the marketing and digital marketing people study the same. There's no difference between them. So in corporate marketing strategy, it was basically about how marketing works, what are the benefits and disadvantages of marketing into a particular field. It was like just very normal things about marketing. The second was consumer insights and analytics. So it was more practical subject as compared to a theoretical subject. And in this, we had to basically study the insights of the consumers. We were told to do projects like survey forms, etc. And we had to basically develop a report on their insights. The third one and my favorite one was consumer behavior, in which the professor was very nice and he made sure that everyone used to talk every day. And it was basically focusing like what are the things that consumers do when they go into a market and how the marketing strategies are made. So this was the best module in my first semester, basically because it was all practical. We could link to it, and there were so many like long essays every day that we had to read, and we were given a tasks and we had to complete it. The second semester was the spring semester, and in this we had 3 main subjects, and we could also choose one like additionally. So first was the omni-channel marketing. I Omni-channel marketing, Julie taught us, and I think she has to be given the award of the best professor, because the way she taught, the presentations, they were like so perfect. So it's again like how omni-channel marketing is done, what are the pros and cons, how we have to link into the marketing field. The second module that took was digital design and technology, basically the module in which I learned making websites. And the third one was advanced SEO and SCA, in which I learned what is search engine optimization, how it has to be tackled, how important it is for the business. And the last semester was I took like it was divided into 2 categories again. One was the digital marketing project, in which we worked with Kellogg's, and we were divided into various groups and we had to make a strategy for them. And the second was big data. I think again, it because it was online, I was not able to learn that much from big data, because again it's very technical and it's all numbers. But yeah, this is like the overall view of what a digital marketing module involves in UCD. In the spring semester, there are 2 more subjects, that is social media marketing and branding. So
So,
like people can make a choice between them.
so did you had any dissertation or thesis
Yeah, so the dissertation is the digital marketing project.
project? Okay. Know, like, what's your personal opinion since you have already completed this course? If somebody is switching their career into digital marketing, what's your recommendation? Do they need to have any prior knowledge, or would this master degree will be suffice enough for them to pursue their career in digital marketing?
I think when I was working back in India and I saw COVID coming, that was the time I thought that everything's going to be digital and digital marketing had a lot of scope. And yes, even if you talk about 5 years down the lane, digital marketing will be a very big thing. So it's a good career switch. Being a fresher, I was, yes, a lot worried, and my friends were worried that I might not get a job because I came just as a fresher. But if you have good skills and if you're confident enough about your skills, I don't think that coming as a fresher is a big problem, because in the end, I guess it all dependent upon my skills, which even the experienced people might sometimes not have.
Right, that's true, yeah. So let's talk about the job scope here in Ireland and how long did it take you to land a job? Like, what's your recommendations on job search specifically after this course?
So I started looking for a job in July 2021, and I got it by July end. So it was not a big time. Basically, coming like my perspective in life is not a very big company I will focus on, but I give a lot of focus on the working environment, and my mental health, because we have left our countries and it's very important to keep sane in these countries. So, my first job was a startup in the hospitality industry, and I worked as a digital marketing executive. But it had a very bad working life, so I had to quit it. And the second job I started looking in December during the Christmas time, and I now I'm working as a social media specialist. So again, it's not difficult to get a job here, but it will take time. And I think people should not come with the perspective that no, we have to work in big companies like Google. Even if you are working in a startup, you will learn a lot, because there are like 10 skills and 10 different softwares which big companies don't teach you. And when you have to take independent decisions in these small companies, you grow a lot. So I guess the two platforms that I used were LinkedIn and Indeed.
I think I would agree again. I have also started my career here in Ireland with a startup, and you will get a lot of ownership for various tools or various skills which you might not learn in this big tech. So it's not really bad to start with startups, but yes, with the right skills, you will be able to land a job.
Correct.
Shreya, what's your overall experience? Do you think university versus college does really matters in terms of job?
I don't think, like, talking to so many people in Ireland, I don't think university really matters, because if you're back in India, yes, the counselors will keep you on telling you to go into the top universities, but if you have the right skills, I don't think university matters at all.
Yes, I would agree the same. She's from UCD, I'm from DBS. Overall, our experience says like you should have the right skills and you should have the right approach when applying for the jobs. You will be able to land. So even if you don't get universities, don't lose hope. You can go for colleges as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shreya, for all this insight and helping people with answering their questions about the job scope and the master degree here in Ireland. And thanks for your time. Do you have any final suggestions, any recommendations for the people who are coming here, taking up this course and worried about these jobs, or anything you want to finally say to the audience?
I guess personally, I would firstly say that don't come up with the perspective of going into big companies. Even if you are fresher, you have to start like from the startups and then go to the big companies. Secondly, it will be like, even if you're doing a course, you have a lot of time to do some certifications, and I think those certifications really helped me stand out in the crowd. And thirdly, I know it's very easy for the tech people to get a critical skill visa here, but for the marketers, it's very difficult because the list is divided only in like three, four slots. So, all those people who are coming here, they should always go through the list, because the counselors back in India never tell you about the visa thing. So, it was very hard for me here to like set up in a particular job and get the critical skills. So I would only suggest that they should do their research properly and then settle into a job.
So overall, digital marketing is not considered as critical skills, like there are just few categories.
Yeah, no, not overall considered, and basically it's divided into certain industries. For example, if I'm not working into that particular industry, I won't get a critical skill visa.
Okay. So guys, yeah, you can do your research on critical skill visa. There is a whole list wherein you can check if those skills comes under critical skills or not. You'll be able to identify that. And also, Shreya, you talked about certifications. Would you be able to point out any specific certifications for digital marketing jobs?
I guess I did a lot of certifications on from Google, like Google Ads, digital marketing. I used Udemy. And apart from that, if you go on like LinkedIn learning certifications are good. And if you have to specifically go into like the social media thing, then the Facebook marketing certification is good. So it's just like developing your skills, because even in the course, they won't teach you everything. So from time to time, you have to learn yourself.
All right. So, guys, I'm going to drop her LinkedIn link in the description below. You can check out what all certifications she did. And even if you want to seek some advice, you can reach out to her. She'll be able to answer your questions. All right, Shreya, thanks. Thanks for your time and all these insights. Thank you. And guys, go subscribe to her Instagram. You all are on Instagram. Go subscribe to her Instagram channel. And I'm sure so we should reach more than 20K followers. If you all are on Instagram, go subscribe to her channel.
Thank you so much.